Well, for Sean and I, we were trying to turn on the camera. So it was like that scene from Zoolander. I was just like, it's not turning on. I started like hitting it. I was like,
the red button is.
And the best is Jared just going, probably have to scan this QR code that says scan for tips.
how to learn how to do things. I'm like,
We're each a quarter of a person, and we all came together like the Power Rangers Megazord. And
Literally.
Just like,
Oh my god,
We're
it's
like,
gonna be a
oh,
10-minute podcast. And I'm
on.
gonna clip each minute as a podcast.
Yeah, you should for Instagram.
You just watch all the clips. You've watched the whole podcast.
yeah.
Oh man, I hope I can fix that audio. If not, I mean, we'll just have to do it again.
Yeah.
So.
Or maybe you got like a huge chunk of it, and just a moment you did this, might
And
clip
it just
out like
clipped
5
out
minutes,
there.
hopefully, or something.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll be fine.
Recording is 25 seconds into your first live show.
Oh, what's up?
Let's
We're
go.
actually going live somewhere. We didn't realize like they're playing this on a feed.
Oh yeah, who knows? Like I know this is all connected to some other shit. So
So funny.
we're on somebody else's channel.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
The Sleepless guys make clips of you. Like,
My phone's like blowing up.
Four idiots trying to make a podcast.
I'll kick it off by saying, welcome everyone to episode 200 of the Johnny Rogers Show.
yeah, what's up?
Meow meow.
Here at Sleepless Studios, I had to come to Toronto to film a in-studio session with the boys for a Four Northmen episode. To my right is Jerry Bronstein. To my left is, I'm doing camera left.
I was thinking about that. I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm on your left, but
We're new.
And then to my left over here, Sean Sirianni from the Creative Imbalance.
Yeah,
What's up, boys?
Yeah.
It's nice to see you guys in person.
Yeah.
You know what's weird? Like when you walked up to me, you're like, "Man, I don't think I've seen you in years." I'm
Bro.
like, "Oh yeah," but I forget because like we keep in touch
I
online.
know.
and
But
shit.
like, I literally I saw him when I was in Ottawa last October, this past October. But I don't think I've seen you guys. Since,
it's crazy.
That place.
It actually is. I was saying to my girlfriend how weird it is, like that it doesn't feel like, oh, I haven't seen these guys in a million
Right.
years. It feels like we've been regularly hanging out.
Yeah.
It's funny the pod can actually do that.
Yeah, and like, especially with the group chat too, just like you're almost like in constant communication.
The memes.
The memes, man. The
Yeah, we're
memes.
sharing the memes.
These are the glue to a friendship.
Really.
I bet we're not the only ones like that too. Like the memes
Yeah.
keep people, I don't know, just engaged, alive. You know.
Yeah,
I think
it
you
really does. It keeps people like front of mind for you.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
like Kim will send me something and I'll die laughing at it and then immediately send it to the boys chat and she's like, yes, send it to the boys chat.
yeah.
I didn't know you had like a little like hierarchy. That's
Yeah.
interesting. And we're not at the bottom like that. I'm flattered,
I'll take
Johnny.
that.
I feel
Like, guys, constantly. I miss fucking being here and this is just like sick that we get to do this right before the world ends.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
bro.
That's true.
Right before World War III.
But I feel like we're gonna go out laughing as well. Like every time we get together and everything. And speaking of laughing, Johnny's got a show tonight, which you're not gonna see
Plug.
because this is not a live plug.
Yeah, are you gonna record it? Are you gonna record it? The show? Can you do that?
I'll probably record it on my phone. I
Yeah.
don't think Netflix is stopping by, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
why
Johnny,
not?
can I ask you a bit about about your comedy right now? Because like it seems like the podcasting is melding with that world too. Like over years, and like this year, you've been interviewing some of like big names in Canadian comedy, and it seems like it's trickling over both worlds and everything.
it's sick because, you know, there's I've had the opportunity to meet so many like really cool people doing shows and stuff and like comedians that I look up to. But if you're running into them like at a show, you don't really have like a good opportunity to like talk to these people and build any sort of connection. So the podcast is like, and I gave credit to you outside and credit to you again on the podcast. Creative Imbalance is what gave me the fire to want to do it myself, of like do a podcast, and it just creates opportunities for you that wouldn't otherwise exist, because now you have a thing that you can invite someone to be on. Before it was like you would produce a show and like you would invite the comic to be on the show and you'd hope that you'd build some sort of like relationship. But now on a podcast, you're getting to know people on such a personal level. Like I got to open for Ron James like at Yep.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah.
And it's all
So
started
crazy.
because like I had him on my podcast.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
got to know me and he's like, oh yeah, like, you know, you're funny, whatever. And then now asked me to open for the show.
Yeah, you become part of the community. And with that being said, I'm going to be taking 10% of your door money tonight.
Yeah, Johnny, I love that Studio Ghibli image of you and Ron. He's perfect for that filter.
I got so mad at those, like when the studio Ghibli or whatever, however you pronounce it, started going like viral of everybody doing that. And I've been thinking about like this concept where everyone's like, man, like ChatGPT is killing the environment. Like you should be ashamed of yourself. You know, too much water that gets used to create a stupid image. And use it for cartoon. And I'm like, you know what? I was like, we've been killing the environment.
You know
I
how
want
much,
to have some fun.
bro?
Yeah, we're going down. Might as well have a good
Yeah,
time
yeah.
while it's happening, right?
The environment, can
Oh
I
my
make
God.
a fun image and help? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like yesterday they like were throwing missiles at Iran, but they're mad at Johnny
Yeah,
for
for
making
using
a
a little bit of
fucking
water.
cute
Yeah.
Totoro image.
I'm glad I'm your villain.
Yeah, fucking hate people.
Social media just does that though. It just like
Holy
fries people's brains, and like even like people that you know will be like upset at you, and then if you reach out and talk to them, you're like, why don't you just like talk to me directly about like, what's upsetting you? But like social media creates such a like you can
Yeah.
dehumanize someone and think that their intention is bad because that was your first gut reaction.
Yeah,
And then it's almost like you were saying, like the person will be like more normal in real life.
Yeah.
Like they're more willing to accept the nuance of the actual thing but on the internet they have to jump straight to their sword is ready to come out as soon as
like
they
less
see.
confrontational. Because I think it's harder to be confrontational in person.
Yeah, for
really
sure.
is.
You know?
Absolutely.
It really is. And there was like I remember back in like early like super everything's woke like 2016.
The best times.
2017. The woke era of the
2016.
planet before COVID. There would be comedians online like killing other comedians over jokes, saying like this person shouldn't have a platform, blah blah blah, whatever. And then you'd see them at the comedy club together, and they're like all chummy and friendly. And it's like, no, you don't get to do that.
Yeah.
You don't get to be like this other person online being all righteous, and then you're just like, hey man, what's up?
I see that a lot in the battle rap spaces too. Like online, you see people like seem like they hate each other. Like it's on site when I see you, and then they're just like the whole night they're standing on other sides of the fucking building.
Yeah, it's almost like pro wrestling or something, right?
yeah.
I hear the guys that go on like Piers Morgan. It's the same thing. Like they all get on there and they have their crazy argument, and then they like go for beers afterwards.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say like with the battle rap stuff, like is it not to try to sell the hype of it, or are they actually like
sometimes they're trying to like sell a match, but then there's other times where people are like, no, this is real beef, like fuck you, blah blah blah. And when I see you, we're gonna fight, and then they go to the same show. It's not. It's all like
yeah.
And that's why they do battle rap and not MMA.
Right.
It's a coward. I'm just ostracizing myself from that whole community. I'm okay with it. I'm taking a break. So that's
You know, I wanted to touch on about you were saying about the whole podcast thing, just in general, like how different it is in person versus online conversations. I think it's so cool. Like it's such a stereotype now, like the idea of like bros with a podcast.
Yeah.
But I think it's really
we're
cool.
bros.
Oh, we're real bros, so it's different, right? But it's like it's something really cool about getting together specifically for 1 hour of conversation. It's like you were saying, you meet somebody after a show and you can't really get into it, but you can really like pick their brain or whatever when you do this, and everybody knows that we're just here to talk, right?
Yeah.
And it's so much more. You get so much more out of it. It's almost like in the modern day, you wouldn't reach out and cold call a comedian that you're a fan of and say like, hey, can we get a coffee and I can pick your brain and stuff? Like it feels weird.
Yeah.
But to say, oh, come on my pod, that's like totally normal, right?
Yeah.
Normalized.
And then you get a good conversation too.
I'll never forget. I was like at the Corner Comedy Club once when Jason Rouse was there, and there was like a couple like other open micer comedians that were like, "Whoa, like it's Jason Rouse," and they were like all excited. And the one a guy like went up to him and he's like talking to him. He's like kind of like trying to be like in proximity, like get close to like the circle that he was in to talk to. You know when you see those people that kind of try to work their way.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah,
they're slowly inching
They
closer.
wait for their moment.
Yeah, they're waiting for like
But
the
the thing he said when he was there, he like turned to Jason and he said, "Do you want to hang out?" And he went, "No."
Oh
Everyone was
man.
like, "Oh man."
He probably waited like a half hour to say that to him too.
"You want to hang out sometime?" He's like,
Yeah.
"Not really."
Like it's
Yeah.
gotta be
For
like
you.
harder than going up to a chick, Yeah. You're like, don't. I got it. Be cool, man.
A
Be
man
cool.
you admire?
Yeah.
Shuts you down. Damn.
Even I find through my journey of like podcasting and stuff, it's just everybody you admire, they're all just fucking human.
Yeah.
And if I swear, this is like the biggest advice I can give to anybody who wants to, like, even if you're not like a podcaster, content creator, if you meet like or see one of your favorite celebrities in the street, you can approach them, but ask them a normal question, or just be
Yeah.
like, say you wanted to tell them like you're a fan. Don't be like, oh my god, in episode 3, blah blah blah. Just be like, hey man, I love that show. Thanks for the entertainment type of thing. And so if you just come with that vibe, more times than none, if they have the time, they'll just chill with you and start talking and like. Who knows? Like I've made friends like that of people I used to like listen to growing up and shit like that, and just through just being normal.
You can say like the smallest thing too. Like you see a band you really like, and you walk by, you can be like, "Hey, great set."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
so simple like that, and that's something that that'll stick with them. They'll go, "Oh, sick."
Yeah, respect, bro.
You know what I
And
mean? Like,
yeah.
it's just respect. That's all I got.
Yeah, it's so cool, but yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to this guy, Phatriik Droney. He's like a artist. He did a show recently I went to with my dad, and it was so sick. And he like came outside to just talk with people who were just hanging out outside after the show. And it was such a like, oh my God, that's him, dude. Like, oh, let's go talk to him. And it was just like you were saying, it was like, okay, just be normal, right? Just go. I'm just going to be like, hey, we got the same name. That's funny. And that's lame, but whatever.
That's not funny, Pat.
And
That's
then,
lame.
and then I went from that to like, there was something I was thinking about a lot lately that he talked about before he played one of his songs. So I went into that, and like we had like a normal conversation. We were chatting for a while, and then after we took our picture and I left and stuff, my friend Andrew was like, yo, that was crazy. You were like actually just like chopping it up with him. And I was like, oh, did it seem normal? Because I was like, oh, I was like, be chill, man, be chill. Like,
that's the hardest thing too. Is like even with I find with comedy, like, well, in everything we all like perceive ourselves like a certain way, and so if you think too much about it and not think more in terms of like how you're being received from someone, that's more the way that you should act. And I'm explaining this terribly, but I'm like in that situation.
I get what you mean.
You brought up like that thing that you were interested in, instead of doing what you actually wanted to do, which was like, like freak out.
The instinct.
Because you're like, this is what how he's like, he just said this to the crowd, and he's hoping that that's resonating with them afterwards.
Yeah, and I wanted to communicate that it did, and I feel like I got to do that. So I left that encounter very much feeling like, oh yeah, that was sick. I got to like say the thing I wanted, and he was like, yo, that's sick. Like, yeah, it was awesome.
There's something you said outside that I thought was awesome too about your interview style, Johnny, where you said you talk to the celebrities like they're normal people, but when you get like a small name or whatever, you treat them like a celebrity too. And it's like sometimes like the growing artists just need that confidence that they're like appreciated, because a lot of them are really fucking sick at what they do, and like just the way media moves now, there's just so much in the clutter. And like I find like a lot of like new artists, they get very self-conscious, like, oh, am I good enough, when they are good enough, but it's just like the mass audience hasn't seen you yet. So
I was like admittedly I was like super lazy through like some early episodes where I almost approached podcasting like an open mic comedian, and you think I would have known this by now, but like I was like, oh, I need to prepare. Like I have to prepare like questions and like know about someone, because I was getting interviews with like country music artists, and I'm like, I'm not the biggest country music fan.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm going to take the interview because, I want to meet someone, talk to them, whatever. Now I know all these musicians in, like, Nashville. It's the most random thing. I could probably just go to Nashville and
they'll all come to your comedy set, too.
Bro.
It's so weird. But, like, I remember there was, like, one musician where I was listening to his album or whatever, and then I commented on something about, like, how he has, like, a really cool, like, vibrato. And I said something, like, so, like, niche in music that he was like, oh, like I could see him like get excited.
Yeah.
I actually worked on that a lot. Like, you know what I mean?
It's like you want to talk about it. Yeah.
Nice.
That, And it's like when you can do those sort of things in an interview, I feel like it makes it so much more exciting of like a conversation.
Yeah.
You can almost Joe Rogan is so good at that, of just like shape shifting to what the guest is, and just like really digging into whatever the topic is that he's talking about with them.
Yeah, and just almost like having that over research, so you might not use it all in a question, but they might say something that leads somewhere. And I feel like one of the kings of research is in this room right now, Jared.
Me? What the fuck do I do?
When I used to work with you at MA and shit, you totally like just impressed me of like how you would
that,
like
man.
they tell you to like, oh, we need this video on this big topic you never heard of, and yeah, we need this script done in 15 minutes and they're recorded and all this. And you like, I know you like on the side be like, oh, I winged that or bullshit, but you had a certain way
On the record.
of like fucking like pulling what's needed and important out of like maybe like you open a Wikipedia page and like, oh yeah, this is boom, boom, boom,
No, I
boom,
appreciate
boom.
that, man. Honestly, with ChatGPT, it's gotten a lot easier because I feel like that's the most important part of the story.
Yeah, but at that time, it was nobody was on that. It was
all
just
me.
like
Yeah.
the raw research and just
The
training
grind.
that muscle. That's
The
like
grind,
a whole
man.
other thing too.
Yeah,
9 pages deep on Google.
Yeah,
Yeah,
literally,
yeah.
just one of the most
Real.
random fucking pages of like the India Times just to get a quote from a random person. But yeah, good times, man. I don't know. It all led to where we are now. You know, that's how I look at
Oh
it.
yeah, I feel like you'll relate to this when you're researching those kinds of videos. Some stuff just jumps out at you, like
100%.
interesting stuff jumps out
Yeah,
at you, and it
yeah.
stays in there, and that'll come up when you're winging it, or even just when you're chatting with a buddy, right? It's like I
true.
grabbed so much random, just stupid information
It's
about
like
Spider-Man and
good
Venom
dinner
and stuff.
table sometimes, like depending on what you're covering, but just like good dinner table conversation, you know, like
all these different versions of Deadpool in here. It's not helping.
Yeah.
You did the comic book.
yeah, fair
not
enough.
useful, but it's
No,
fun.
like
I will tell you 60 variations of
Do you know what
Deadpool.
would happen if we lost all gravity on Earth?
No, I don't know if you guys know, but I'm on a new channel now. Did I tell you guys about this?
Oh
No.
yeah, I did. I edited some videos.
Yeah. So I'm on a channel called How to Survive. I've been there since last March.
Okay.
They just brought me on full time. I don't think you know. They literally gave me like a full time like
Oh, nice.
salary
They just,
benefits.
like, put you in the woods
It's
with a
really
pocket
nice to
knife.
have that.
Let's go, boy.
At a YouTube channel. Saying it right to the camera.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking to. I don't think that camera's on that I'm pointing to. This one.
Yeah, no, but like salary benefits is actually
Nice.
fucking crazy, bro. And yeah, it's called How to Survive. And the most recent video I just did was like deadliest inmates. So again, something that stuck with me is like there's just one fucking like serial killer who I don't want to get you demonetized. I don't know what I can talk about right now.
Yeah,
But
let's
like,
go there.
Dude, this guy
Put it on the Patreon.
again, to your idea of like random shit that sticks with you, because it was just so fucked up, man. This guy, I think his name Albert Fish. He was called the Gray Man, the Boogeyman. Like he went after kids, bro. And like
Yeah.
there's one girl, he fucking like he tortured her, and then he like ate her, like he like literally cannibalistically ate her, like chopped her up, and then he wrote a letter to the family and said like, "This is all the shit I did to your daughter." And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. So it's like, yeah. To your
Yeah.
point, random shit that sticks with you,
Yeah.
like stuff like that.
That
man.
guy's
It's
the
like,
worst, man.
Yeah, fuck that guy, man. Albert, if you're watching this, fuck you, man.
I know you want it.
Holy shit.
No, but
You put him on the screen.
it's wild because I cover. I mean, it's How to Survive. So I cover like animal attacks and this and that, and it's just like I just know random facts now about like if you're being attacked by a crocodile, you know they have a valve in their mouth that you punch and it puts water and they let go of you. It's like who the fuck would know? Why would you
really?
ever need to know that information?
Man.
Just in case you're in Florida.
Jared, please tell the people where this valve is located.
It's the palatal valve. It's right in their throat.
the Look at see the
Man.
research.
Yeah,
I told
yeah.
you he's a king.
It's
He's sitting right here.
So humble.
Yeah, but yeah, that's
It's a great idea for a channel. Like, there's a lot of fun survival tips,
Yeah.
like brown bears and white bears and stuff.
Yeah.
Brown lay down. If it's black, fight back.
that's it.
If it's white, good night.
They
Yeah,
even
that's
got
what they
rhymes.
say.
That's
That's
sick.
what they say. Yeah.
I think you just saved my
Yeah.
life in the
So
future,
you take,
Phatrick.
you take what I just said and you turn it into a 30-minute video.
It's the same thing if you're getting mugged.
Crazy.
Oh shit!
If it's white, good night.
I mean, if you're in Florida and you're riding, for sure, good night.
Oh, man.
Oh my god!
Yeah, Florida, they got some different whites there. Oh man.
The year of the sheriffs, I think it was in Florida. The sheriffs.
That guy was nuts.
Yeah, he's just like
He's like a GTA character.
he's literally. You guys didn't hear about this?
Oh, when he was like, we will shoot.
Yeah,
basically.
he's like, if you guys think you can pull what they're doing in New York, that's not happening. Our sheriffs will
Holy
shoot
shit.
and they will kill. So think twice about like rioting.
And then he said,
Gangsta.
he said something crazy where he was like, if you attack our officers, you will be arrested. If you throw a brick at our officers, you will be killed and your family will be notified of where your remains are.
Oh
Like they
man!
said, he
Yeah.
said your remains.
yeah.
Like what?
Whatever's
like,
left of
feed
you.
the Alligators, like.
Holy
I
what the fuck?
love it. It sounds like, have you ever seen the movie The Devil's Rejects? That sheriff where he turns into like the bad guy and he's just like
man.
killing everybody.
Fucking- That's
This guy really did
real.
try that in a small town, you know?
Right?
Yeah.
Like, fuck around and find out.
I forgot about try that. In a small town.
But it also makes you wonder, like in Florida, are they throwing bricks or are they going to start shooting first? Because it's Florida, like everyone has a gun. You know what I
Florida,
mean?
they're gonna throw fentanyl.
Yeah. It's more like Oshawa.
Here is so different. My buddy's a cop in Niagara Falls, and I was like, he was telling me like some stories. Like, he's a total gangster. Like, he knows like all these different like martial arts, like black belt.
Yeah.
And he's a peaceful guy, but he's like, yeah, the other night I had to like wrestle 3 people, and I put them in a pretzel and blah blah blah. And I'm like, but I'm like talking to him. I'm like, so when somebody attacks you, they're fucked for life, right? And he's like, no, usually not. And they just kind of like. Even like it's just like weird, like not intense charges like the States when you attack a cop, which was eye opening to me.
Wow.
So now, like kids at home, if a cop's pissing you off, just punch him in the face.
At least in
You're gonna
Canada.
be okay. I'm kidding. This is like,
Don't cop violence.
yeah, demonetized.
Well, funny enough,
Certain people are getting away with that at a higher rate than others.
yeah.
funny enough, my girlfriend's sister's fiance is a cop in Niagara, so I wonder if it's the same
They're
person.
probably buddies.
They might be, because he's also like a black belt in like jiu-jitsu and shit.
Okay,
so.
we'll talk after. I don't
Yeah,
know
we'll
if he
talk.
wants his name on the podcast
yeah,
or
I don't
whatever.
want to
But
expose
yeah,
anybody. No, we'll talk after though. 'Cause
I love you, dude.
it'd be wild. Yeah.
I remember when I was like because I went to school to be a police officer, and I remember them saying like, you know, when we're training, we say to people like, you know, how hard would you train if you knew that there was going to be a gun at the next call you went to? And if I would train so hard, I'd be taking jiu-jitsu classes.
Yeah.
Learning how to disarm people. And he's like, okay, well, every call you go to, there's a gun. It's just on your hip. Like you're literally bringing a gun to every interaction
It's a very
that
fair
you
point.
have.
Like just because it's on your belt doesn't mean they can't grab it and fucking
You know what I mean?
Manchester by the Sea that shit. You know.
If somebody's that
I don't know if you guys have seen that movie. He pulls it out. He like puts it to his own head.
Yeah. My buddy said something interesting too, and it's like just his like I guess mentality or whatever. But I was like talking to him about all these crazy calls. I'm like, so when you're driving there and you're anticipating some crazy shit, are you getting like amped? Like, oh my God. And he's like, no, you got to be calm because you got to save that energy when you're like
Bro.
in there.
Yeah, that makes
He's
sense.
like this
Spa
like,
music. I just
Yeah.
everywhere. I wish them just listening to spa music.
yeah, that's what I was
I'd
thinking.
be
Because
listening
you
to
gotta
like
have a cool
fucking.
thing, right?
I'd be doing like Euro techno, just like
Yeah.
trance music, fucking white knuckling on the steering wheel, just like.
Yeah, like crank, like
You know what I
Jason
mean?
Statham was like-
I'd be listening to some fucking Creed, is what I would be doing.
I'm sick you know I'm sick.
Just Florida.
You're
pedal to the metal.
By the
Oh my
time you like
God.
get to the criminal, you're sweating.
Just
But he said like a
just
lot
like
of
a
like the
13-year-old
younger
girl
people.
stealing from Claire's.
Yeah,
It's a fucking mall robbery.
yeah.
Pull it up. Oh my god. That's fucking hilarious.
He said like a lot of like the new people who are like younger and like maybe 20-year-olds who come on the force, they're like that too, and it's like almost like a mental training. Almost go full circle. When I think we were talking about outside about like doing the podcasting, how you get nervous talking to a big guest, and now it's like you put in the hours and you just like know how to deal with it better type of
Yeah,
thing.
I still
That's with
don't.
anything in life, dude.
I still there's this weird like fight or flight mechanism that's still in my brain, and it's even like before a show. Like I've said I'm going to be on the show or whatever, and then I'll go, do I really want to do it?
yeah,
When
you
I
get
see, like-
scared to do something you want to do.
Yeah, I see like the name like so and so has joined the chat.
Bro.
You're like, I could just leave right now and say my internet got like disconnected or something.
I'm not feeling good right now.
Johnny's like when you're sitting in a roller coaster and they bring the belt down. You're like, oh, I can't get
He's like,
out.
let me the fuck out. Too late.
That like sensation is literally what like
Bro.
helped me when I did mushrooms for the first time. I thought of it like a roller coaster. I'm like, you've already consumed it. It's gonna happen. The thing has come down
Bro.
and latched into you, and you're just here for the ride.
Yeah.
Like
Don't let the drugs do you, right?
Yeah. You do the drugs.
Bro, you saying so and so has joined the chat gave me like goosebumps. I thought of the like
Had
the
the
moment
flashback.
like when I booked like David Suzuki and that happened and his
Yeah.
name was on the chat. I had a moment where if this was like before I got my confidence with like big names, I just was like, how dare I? My
Who the
thing,
fuck
like,
am I?
who
Yeah.
the fuck am
Yeah.
I to take his time right now? And I'm gonna hit join chat. And it's like,
Yeah.
hello, David. I'm like, my
buddy.
cadence is all different, but I was just like, had a moment when he popped up. I'm like,
Oh,
how
man.
dare you, Sean? Like,
You're like, I'm not allowed to do
Yeah.
this, am I? What The fuck?
It's got to be comforting for anybody else out there who's making podcasts and shit to know, like, if you feel like an imposter, like everybody else does.
Man,
everybody feels that way.
I think it goes with anything. Like as an actor, I was watching. I saw a clip of, I don't know the guy's name. He was in the Mendez brothers. Menendez.
Yeah.
Like the Netflix show. That kid Cooper or something. I think his name is. He plays the younger brother.
Okay.
He was at like a Hollywood roundtable talking, and he was just like, yeah, like I always just feel like an imposter. Like I don't know if that ever goes away. And then Walter Goggins was like, no, it does. Like he's like, eventually it does. But like a lot of entertainers in general are just like, I don't fucking know. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Yeah,
like, I don't.
I think it just becomes normal.
Yes.
Like it happens so like frequently.
Right. You do it so often that
You do it
it's
so
like,
often,
yeah.
that's why, whenever you ask a comedian for advice on like doing comedy, has it not been recording this whole time?
I don't know. I just noticed that was unplugged.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, maybe. So, but
Is this thing on?
so we could
Uh-oh.
get this. We can probably hear you through the other mics.
Okay, yeah.
And there's like good technology now where you can like balance out the voice and stuff.
Okay.
There's AI apps. We can.
Here,
fix
do you want to
it.
just quickly do the intro again?
I just.
Welcome back to
saw
the Johnny
that.
Rogers Show.
Oh my god!
I saw that and I was like, oh no.
Well,
It hasn't
I
been
think,
clicked in. But I feel like someone sat over here and we listened to it.
I did, yeah.
And it was
We
like the
tested
level
this
was
mic.
up.
No, but I tested that one too.
He was over here.
Oh,
and
you
I
you
were
said,
there
were
I
for
said
a bit.
penis
Yeah,
in that
yeah,
one. I
Did you
think.
have-
So it might
Did
have
you
just
do a
not been
couple?
like
Find
clicked.
out.
Yeah.
We can
I did
we can check in
this.
like
I
5
moved
minutes.
it a couple times. Do you
Yeah,
think it
yeah.
unclicked when I moved it?
Possibly.
Well, I think
this
we
might
should
be
be
a
getting
10-minute podcast.
a discount on the
Yeah,
studio
yeah.
time now.
Yeah. That was your fault. I actually love these Sleepless guys. I met them
Yeah.
once, and thanks for the space. This is fucking awesome. Can I do another quick
killer
shout
sound.
out real
Yeah,
quick?
go for it.
So I met them through this convention that happens every year called PodCamp. And this is like just beyond podcasting. If you're a content creator in Toronto, you should go to this. It is so sick. It's like just brings the community together, which is like, this is like a lone wolf type of thing.
Yeah.
What's cool is you get out there and there's people of all different levels, from people who are thinking of starting a podcast to people who are like some of the biggest names in like radio.
Yeah.
And then they do it at either like Ryerson or George Brown, one of these colleges. And it's just workshops all weekend. And then there's like a party night, and it's just fucking awesome. And that's where I met these Sleepless guys there too. And
that's sick.
and
That's
also
sick,
like
man.
shout out to Jenny and John who run PodCamp and the Canadian Podcast Awards. They do a lot for just Canada and
Yeah.
like just bringing us together. And
That's
I've
awesome.
seen like just people going to that convention and just growing so much, just even by meeting somebody, and
Right.
it just turns into another thing too. So
Yeah, that's the best thing about finding other people that are interested in what you're doing, because like everyone's coming at it from their own kind of like DIY angle. Like there's no path really. There's no clear like here's how to do it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
even coming in here, like none of us, like you have some experience with like setting up this equipment. Some of us have experience with like video and stuff, and we just figured it out.
yeah,
You know what I
we
mean?
came together like the Avengers. We
yeah,
all knew
yeah,
a little thing.
Well, for Sean and I, we were
then-
trying to turn on the cameras. It was like that scene from Zoolander. I was just like, it's not turning on. I started like hitting it. I was
Yeah,
like,
the red button is.
And the best is Jared just going, probably have to scan this QR code that says scan for tips.
how to learn how to do things. I'm like,
We're,
try to
we're
scan
each
this.
a quarter of a
yeah.
person, and we all came together like
Yeah.
the Power Rangers Megazord, and
Literally.
just like,
Oh my god!
We're like,
It's gonna be
oh,
a 10-minute podcast. And I'm gonna
on.
clip each minute as a podcast.
Yeah,
clip
you
and
should
just-
for Instagram.
You just watch all the clips. You've watched the whole podcast.
yeah.
Oh man, I hope I can fix that audio. If not, I mean, we'll just have to do it again.
Yeah,
That's all.
or maybe you got like a huge chunk of it, and just a moment you did this,
Yeah.
might
And
clip
it
out
just
like
clipped
5
out
minutes,
there.
hopefully, or something.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully it'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I just saw that, and I was like, I didn't want to interrupt what you were saying, but my brain just went, oh no.
It doesn't matter. They can't hear him anyways. Let me just fix that one.
And he's the main host.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Fuck.
Hilarious.
That's fine.
It will have picked up though.
Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
sure,
I feel like
yeah.
I'm yelling loud enough that it's gonna get picked up by this microphone and that microphone, and even if I find some way to overlay all of the audio
Yeah,
together,
yeah.
there'll be some
Yeah, hell
Or
yeah.
you could just
AI
do
will
some
fix everything.
do some like,
Yeah.
do some like ADR. Just at home,
Except
watch
world
yourself
peace.
talk, and then just try to say what you're saying.
You imagine you just you listen back to it. It's me punching in what I was saying.
yeah.
Yeah, everyone's like at a normal level,
like
and then
some
John is just like,
Japanese film,
yeah, I
like-
agree.
My my mouth is doing this, and I'm just like, and now word for our sponsors.
Johnny's gonna upload this up to an AI, the whole podcast, and just say, "Hey, add 30 minutes, make
Right?
this a 1 hour episode." We'll all be like, "I don't remember that whole speech I gave about Palestine. I don't remember saying any of that, bro. Like, where did that come from?"
I never said I'd donate to APAC. Oh, no.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
Do you guys have anything that you want to promote? We got a couple minutes left here. Anything you want? Your podcast?
Oh yeah, the Creative Imbalance. You can find it on fucking everything, and beyond like the audio apps. I've been putting some love into the YouTube. I've been going to conventions and being able to sit in some like awesome Q&As. Like I did one with like Mick Foley, the cast of the Power Rangers, and so like these Q&As aren't like a full episode, but I get a question in, and
like this episode.
Yeah. Hey! Snippet. So beyond the audio stuff, the full length stuff, there's some extra special things with some big names going on my YouTube channel, and yeah, you should check it out and show some love.
I got to ask though with Foley, did you get Foley? Did you get Mankind? Did you get Dude Love?
I got all of them. It was it's a beautiful experience, and it was the day before my birthday, and he did this thing. I posted a clip on my Facebook, but he just segued into something like where he like writes his own birthday songs, because he's like, Christmas has tons of songs, birthday only has one, and he like sang a little song, and like I'm like front row,
bro.
and like he's like, oh, that's my birthday song, everyone's clapping, I'm like, it's actually my birthday tomorrow, and he's like, oh, that's one's for you, and I'm just like, oh, the childhood in me, man.
He's like the top person on like Cameo too. He'll bang out like 100 cameos.
Yeah.
Like he just does so many of them. I was talking to Ryan Denny, who's a great comic from Kingston, and he toured with him for a little bit. And he said like, yeah, in the hotel room, he would just be like making cameo videos like all morning before they went out to a show or whatever.
It was
Like,
amazing.
He's really like loves his fans. Like,
Yeah.
really dedicated.
The best thing out of that Q&A too was the host of it was like talking about Hell in the Cell, and we're like, oh, everybody's seen Hell in the Cell, and then he's mixed like, oh, has anybody not seen Hell in the Cell? And it was a wife and a kid of like this one guy put up their hand, but by the end of this Q&A, the kid told him he was like his new favorite wrestler. He's gonna watch all this shit, because even like. He'd be like just talking casually of like stories we already know.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, I lost my ear and blah, blah, blah. The kid puts up his hand. He's like, are you really missing your ear? And he's like, yeah, you want to see? And the kid comes up. He's like, gives him a pen. And he's like, here, put this behind this ear, which is a good ear.
Yeah.
The pen sticks. Goes to the other ear, and it just like falls. He was just so good, and like the kid's just asking this question. He's like,
the best
have
party
you
trick.
ever met John Cena? And he's like, John. And he just tells him like this deep
I know
rooted
John.
story. And,
That's
like,
crazy.
I was like almost living vicariously through this kid.
That's
And
great.
at the end, as they were walking out, I said to his dad, I'm like, I can't wait for your son to watch Hell in the Cell. And he's like, me
Versus
too.
Taker, right? Yeah.
Even his wife was like, we need to watch all this when we get home. Like, that's fucking awesome.
Oh, that's great. And what's sick is now that they're on Netflix, they have like the whole archive is just on Netflix.
So I was gonna say I actually restarted watching it, but I started watching since '99 Royal Rumble. I'm like, I just want to catch up and just
Yeah.
But they fucking like I had to use a website, which I don't even know, like watch WWE or something like that.
Yeah.
Because they'll have like fucking like March 2nd, 1999 Raw, and we'll go to like April 12th, and I was like,
Oh, no.
a lot of shit happened.
Yeah.
Between those episodes, I need to know why the fuck Undertaker hates Vince McMahon's daughter. Like, what's the
How'd she get kidnapped?
you know, right? No,
Yeah.
like actually, so I'm like trying to fill in the gaps with these like other websites, but
That's so funny.
yeah, I just saw WrestleMania 15 and it was great. I highly recommend.
Cool.
Anybody
golden
else? You
era.
gotta promote anything?
You're on the new channel now.
Yeah, I was on a show called Surreal Estate. Check it out on Crave, HBO. No, Sci-Fi.
Oh,
Yeah, oh, you guys didn't know?
No, no,
Season
no.
3, episode 4, just guest star, but it was my biggest role to date. And I want to promo that, guys.
Let's go.
Surreal Estate.
Yeah,
Sick. Good for
yeah.
you, dude.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it was fun.
Patty, you want to shout anything out for yourself?
I got nothing going on, but follow and like this show. Johnny needs some shine.
Yeah,
Follow Pat on Instagram.
and shout out to the Johnny Rogers show because we don't know if we got it at the beginning of the pod. So
yeah.
just want to get that on the
This is
microphone.
episode 200. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you on the next one.
Peace. Thank you.